is a big bottle. Brr, brr, brr. No. I'm wearing a t-shirt that says I Heart Geeks. Very expensive. Shh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, I've had a little bit of a mare, some might say a nightmare before Christmas. Oh dear. So I filmed this whole video with my first impressions of everything. I then sat down to edit the video and there was no sound. None. There was a problem with my microphone. I think it's now fixed. Fingers crossed. Please. But I asked you guys on Twitter whether or not I should completely refilm the video or whether I should just sit down and talk through the products and my thoughts and overlay the clips that I had from earlier. And luckily enough, I still have the makeup on. There are actually some plus points to this happening. One, I can show you how the makeup has lasted. And two, I probably now won't talk for 2 hours about the products because I can narrow down my thoughts. So today I'm going to be reviewing some influencer collaborations slash own brands. Spoiler, I do have them all on my face now. But if you would like to see my opinions and thoughts on these influencer collabs and see if they're any good, then just keep watching. Also, while you're at it, it would be great if you could like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, subscribe and turn on my notifications. That would be great. Thank you so much. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is actually award-winning. This won the ASOS Beauty Collaboration of the Year in their Beauty Awards. I think that's what it was. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is the Utan x Jamie Genevieve CBD tanning water, and this is the 50% darker one. This part of the video is actually sponsored by Utan because they have a really good deal, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I've been using this for like 2 years now. If you go back on my channel and look at my old tanning routines, I've been using this for, I think it is about 2 years. Obviously not this exact same bottle. I've been through a few of them. This is my current one where the lid is obviously missing. So if you don't know who Jamie Genevieve is, she is an incredible influencer. She's a makeup artist. She's got her own brand now. But this is such good stuff. I have never found it to break me out. It doesn't irritate my skin. My skin is pretty sensitive. It's actually got CBD in it and it's got Scottish lavender oil. Jamie is Scottish. I wonder if that's why they put Scottish lavender oil in it. The deal that I want to share with you guys from Yutan, this is their complete tan box, which they have on their website at the moment, but you get £70 worth of products in here. This did sell out, but it's just come back in stock. And I do have a discount code as well, which is SO30, which gets you 30% off their whole website, I think, excluding sale items. You can choose your tanning water, and I chose the Jamie Genevieve one, obviously. You then get the exfoliating tan milk. This is a gradual tanner, but it has salicylic acid in it, so you can either use this like the day before you're going to be doing your tanning mousse, or you can do this like midway through the week, and because of the salicylic acid, it stops you from getting that like tiger bread sort of effect. You guys will probably know what I mean if you're a fake tan user. Genius. You get one of their velvet tanning mitts, which is really lovely, and you get the turbo self tan mousse. This stuff is so good. I actually wore this to my management's Christmas party, and you can leave it on for like different amounts of time depending on how dark you want it to go. To be honest, most of the time I just sleep in my tan, and I will insert some footage of me applying this and the before and afters and everything. It doesn't stink of fake tan. Sometimes when I get into bed, James will be like, you stink of fake tan. This one doesn't stink. It's got a cherry almond scent. Also, one of the main things that I love about this, it dries after about 5 minutes, so I can put on my pajamas. I would just put on like some baggy, loose pajamas, and I don't feel really sticky, which is amazing. And it just gives a really nice colour. I've got it on now. So I use that one all over my body, and then I go in with this on my face. I put on a headband so that it doesn't get all over my ears, and then I just use a brush to buff it into my face, just to sort of like get into all of my nooks and crannies. You don't have to do that. It's just my personal preference. And little top tip, if you've got fair hair, take a cotton bud, dip it into water and scrub it all through your eyebrows, and it stops the tan from clinging to your eyebrows. So if you did want to treat yourself, or maybe know somebody that would like this as a Christmas gift even, I will leave a link down below. And my discount code again is SO30. It gets you 30% off, and yeah, highly recommend. Okay, so the next thing that I have to talk about is Nimya by NikkiTutorials. Finally, I'm talking about this. I ordered it pretty much when it came out, like a couple days after it launched. I think the bundle was $98, and then I think I must have used some kind of discount code because it says on my order form, sorry, not dollars, euros, €82.49, $5.99 shipping, $16.50 tax, and the total was €104.90. However, they now have Nimya at Space NK, so if you are in the UK, you can actually get it a lot easier. First is the License to Glow Serum. Also, it is no secret that I'm a big fan of NikkiTutorials, but obviously, I'm not just going to say something's good for the video, you know. If these products sucked, I would be disappointed, but I would tell you that they sucked. When I first took this out of the box, I was like, that is a big bottle. The packaging's really pretty, but it's really heavy. Oh, and I've just realised there's got like a little window where you can see through and see how much product you got left, which is kind of genius. That's really cool. But yeah, it is a big bottle. Like, this is not very travel friendly. And when I opened this up, I was like, it's blue. It has a slight sort of like herbal smell, but it says to use this before your moisturizer, and you can use it as a glowy primer before your makeup. What I'm going to do with these products is I am going to continue to use them over the next sort of few weeks, and I will keep you guys updated in future videos what I'm actually thinking of them sort of long term. So this serum, I think I ended up putting too much on my face and it all like ran down the side of my eye. You don't need too much of this. As I was blending it in, it felt really nice. It felt really hydrating. It left my skin looking really glowy. It felt like it sunk in really nicely, and it left my skin with a really nice tacky feeling. I really liked this. Next up we have the cooling eye stick. Honestly, how did Nikki do that in her video? In her video she was like I can't do it. I can't roll my R's. No. The cooling eye stick. Cooling eye stick for an immediate refreshment for tired eyes. Sweep from outer to inner corners of your eyes on both upper and lower lids for an even stronger cooling effect. Store in the refrigerator. I didn't put mine in the fridge and I wish that I had. But again, the packaging for this is pretty cool. But this is what it looks like. I've actually tried a very similar product, which was like from a Korean skincare brand, and it was like a little panda one, and it was so nice. And this kind of feels similar to that, but it's not quite as wet. But in terms of the formula, like, it glided on really nicely. It felt like it was moisturizing my under eyes. It didn't feel cooling though, but I think that's because I didn't put it in the fridge. So yeah, it didn't particularly feel that cooling, although on my hand now, it feels quite cold. And it did feel like it would be a sort of nice base for my under eye concealer. And you know what? I think my under eyes are looking pretty smooth still all these hours later, so it was nice, but it wasn't like a standout product that I would probably rush to repurchase. Right, the next Nimya product that I tried is the Where It All Starts cream, and this is sort of like the makeup primer that's supposed to leave your face feeling tacky. Again, the packaging for this, it looks sick, but this is a bit ridiculous. It's so big, although it does, I think it looks really cool. It looks like it's kind of stuck in a block of ice or something. Like, it just looks really cool. And oh my god, this smells incredible. It's got like a really sweet creamy smell, and the formula, it looks like a marshmallow, like it's like marshmallow fluff. It's this cool like whipped texture, and oh my god, I will include the clips of me putting this on my face. It feels so nice, so moisturizing, but oh my god, my face has never looked so glowy, and it leaves your skin feeling nice and sticky. But you know what, I think this has got some like pearly shimmer in it, but then you can't see the shimmer on my skin. You can't see any glitter, but it definitely leaves some kind of like shimmeriness on your skin. Like, you can see from me just applying it here, but it left my face feeling tacky. I think I'm a bit in love. I am definitely going to continue to use this, and I can't wait, to be honest. And it is the exact type of primer that I like, and I have to say, I should have showed you what my skin looked like in terms of oiliness before I powdered, but you know what, it really wasn't that bad. My makeup has been on for hours, and you probably couldn't tell. I did just re-powder before this video, but that's all I did. Oh, and I reapplied my lip product as well. But yeah, spoiler, everything's still kind of there. So Nikki did also launch a Set It and Forget It setting spray, and the genius that she is, she added a fan into the bundle. A little electric fan. To be fair, you can get these on like Amazon for really, really cheap, but it's USB, it's USB chargeable, and it comes with a little stand. I also always use a little mini fan to dry my setting spray. Clearly it's not just me, but I talk about these at the end and the setting spray and everything. So overall, just on my first impressions of the Nimya stuff, it feels really nice quality. So the next brand that I've got to test is Tanya Burr's brand called Authored. If you didn't know, Tanya Burr is actually an ex-YouTuber. She used to make makeup videos. She was a makeup artist, and she's actually one of the people that inspired me to start my own channel. I was obsessed with Tanya Burr. I actually met Tanya Burr at Summer in the City when I was 14. I met Tanya, Louise and Zoe. Oh, the picture is really embarrassing. I'm wearing a t-shirt that says I Heart Geeks with a pair of glasses on it. Why did nobody stop me? Anyway, she launched this brand called Authored, and my best friend Ellie actually sent me a story of one of the mascaras and was like, you should test this. So I was like, you know what? That is exactly what I'm going to do. I went on the website and I bought everything. So all of the packaging was kind of like this. You can't like reuse the packaging. You would just recycle it because you had to peel off these tabs. So there is a mascara, there's a lip balm, there's a brow gel, and there's a tinted moisturizer. The brow gel was £18. The lip balm was £16. The mascara was £20, and the tinted moisturizer was £28. So it's definitely more of a high-end brand. One thing that actually really appeals to me about this brand, it says that they strive to be genuinely planet friendly for both our own duty to the environment environment and in helping you, our customer, with yours. It says, we only ever want to bring people ethically and responsibly sourced vegan and cruelty-free products. We are probably the first brand to bring a 100% recyclable, fully aluminium chamber and lid to market for our mascara and brow gel. And it says, apart from the detachable inner wands that we're working on, every other bit of packaging is 100% recyclable, which I think is so sick. Like, all props to her. And it says, we're proud that our products are climate neutral. To achieve this, we've joined with Climate Partner to ensure that authored products don't come with a carbon footprint. Like, how sick is that? Big up Tanya Bear, Bambino Becky. This one's for you. The tinted moisturizer does have a pretty good shade range, actually. They've got 12 shades, but it does look like they have a good amount of shades for like light, medium and deep. The brow gel comes in 4 shades, I think. There was a clear one and then there were 3 brown shades, and I got the mid brown colour, number 2. The lip balm I've actually got on right now, it looks like this, and originally when this arrived I thought, oh, is this a tinted lip balm? But then I opened it and it's not. It's just a regular lip balm. So it comes in this squeezy tube and it's a very sort of like thick formula, so you can actually sort of just do this, like squeeze a bit out and then rub it on your lips with the actual tube. It feels really nice and moisturising. The one thing I don't like about this lip balm is it has a very strong smell of like marzipan. So the tinted moisturiser, it had a label on it to say open it this side up, because when I opened it, it did sort of explode a little bit and you have to shake it and the lid does get very messy. Like, I've used this once and it's already got makeup sort of all over the lid. So that is the one downside to the packaging. Sounds kind of bad, but I wasn't actually expecting to like this. When I looked at the makeup online, I just thought it looked a bit meh, like it looked a bit average, but I actually really like this. As I was blending it into my skin, I was like, oh, it has a really nice finish. It worked beautifully over the top of my Nimia products. It gave a little bit of coverage, basically did exactly what a tinted moisturiser is supposed to do. However, after a couple of minutes of me putting this on my skin, it did start to sting a bit, which was a bit weird. And I checked the ingredients and it said parfum, but it didn't mention what the fragrances were. But there are certain fragrances that I react to, so it would be good to sort of have that on the packaging, like what the specific fragrances are. But after a couple minutes, the stinging sensation went away, which is always good. But I'm actually really impressed with how it's held up. It did definitely get oily because it's a tinted moisturiser, but I was able to sort of like pat in my smile lines, add some powder to my face, touch it up, and it was still looking pretty good. It's 20 to 1 in the morning. I put it on at maybe 2 o'clock. So this was nice, but do I prefer it over like my other tinted moisturisers? Probably not, but I would definitely still use it, and I like how it's all recyclable. The brow gel, oh my god, the brush for this is so tiny. It's kind of like the same size as Benefit Gimme Brow. This was so nice. It reminds me of the Glossier one because it's like a very waxy sort of texture, but it adds colour to your eyebrows and it also sort of like holds them in place. And you know what, I'm going to put a little bit more on now. My eyebrows have moved a little bit, but for the most part, they're where I left them. I am definitely going to keep using this. I also think the colour is really nice. I thought it was going to be maybe too warm toned, but no, I really like it. And the mascara, I will obviously test after the rest of my makeup. So next up, I have the Laura Lee Los Angeles blush palette. This is the Blush Aesthetic palette, and this is what it looks like. The packaging is pretty simple, to be honest. It's just like a baby pink colour with the writing on it. Nothing super exciting, but it does sort of go with the theme of the blush palette. And these are the colours, so you do get a nice range in here. And if you are a makeup artist, I think that this would be a really nice palette because you do get obviously like deeper and brighter shades and then some lighter shades. However, if you are a regular person that is just, you know, one person that is wearing makeup, you probably wouldn't make use of all these shades, but the shades do look really pretty. So I used this shade and this shade called Bridal Pink and Peach Fuzz. The Bridal Pink shade was a very pretty colour, but it didn't really show up that well, but it's because it's a very fair shade. You can see it's not that much sort of darker than my skin tone. I think when I don't have any fake tan on, that shade will be absolutely beautiful and it's got such a pretty tone. But the shade I ended up using was Peach Fuzz. This one is such a beautiful colour. Oh, and then I used the Golden Haze highlighter. This doesn't look like much in the palette, but when you actually put it on, like I thought it was going to be too dark, but it just gives a really nice sort of like wash of glow and highlight, and it was actually really pretty. It's actually a beautiful highlighter. But I probably have very similar shades to this in my collection already. And I think if you are in the UK, the shipping from Laura Lee's website is maybe like $20 or something. It's quite a lot. I did test one of her eyeshadow palettes in the previous one of these videos that I did, and it was absolutely stunning. But if you were going to do an order from the website, it would probably make more sense to like join up with a friend or something that also wanted something, so you can split the shipping fees. But if you are one of my US followers, it is a nice palette, but I would say like it didn't blow me away. It's not something that I'd be like, oh my god, you need this in your life, if you get what I mean. So next up, we have another US brand, and this is Auric, which is a brand by Samantha Ravndal. I think that's how you say her name. The packaging for this is absolutely stunning. It is just so beautiful. So this is her holiday gift set, which comes with 2 of the Smoke Reflex. I believe these are new shades. This set together, if you want both of them in this fancy box, is $78, or each $39. And I think again the shipping to the UK is like $25 or something. So it's a very expensive eyeshadow. I did actually do a full video testing Auric when it first launched, and these are really pretty. Packaging is so beautiful. I can only hope that they come to like Beauty Bay or something soon, or Space NK maybe, somewhere in the UK that they can supply these so they're easier to get hold of. But in terms of the new shades, we've got Disrupt, which they both come with a cream eyeshadow underneath. So this one is like a burgundy red, purplish sort of colour. And then on the top, they have got a like shimmer eyeshadow. This one is the most beautiful sort of pinky golden reflect. It is so stunning. But I didn't want to use that one on my eyes because I was more drawn to the other one, which is on my eyes right now. This one is called Entice, and it's like a greeny with a slight hint of bronze in it. So that's the cream eyeshadow. And then the glitter topper of this one is like a shimmery gold with a slight hint of green in it. There is a little bit of staining on there from my brush and like the cream eyeshadow mixing together. So what you do with these is you put the cream shadow down first, and then you put on the glitter topper over the top to make it look like extra intense and sparkly. I'm not the best at using cream eyeshadows, but what I did actually really like about these is you can keep blending and blending and blending. Like, they don't dry super fast. And then I initially started adding the glitter with a brush, but that made it a little bit chunky and like have some fallout. And so it was probably easier to actually just chuck it on with my finger, and I just like put it all over the top of that. And I have to say, it's been many hours later and my eyes still look really glittery and really beautiful. Very expensive, very expensive. But again, if you are a US or Canadian follower and you can get your hands on these more easily, they are really nice. And I would say, like, if you are in the UK, you don't need to bother, because you would be paying like 50 quid for just one eyeshadow. The next thing is the Authored Tiny Burr Mascara. I actually think the packaging is quite nice considering it's all recyclable. And the brush is my kind of brush. It's got short bristles. There's lots of them. They're very close together. The formula of this is really dry, so it really grips your lashes. And I won't lie, I did see some people use this on Instagram and it looked quite clumpy. Like, some of the pictures that I saw of this before I bought it, it didn't look great. But actually applying this myself, I like a clumpy mascara, but this is clumpy in a good way. Like, it's not too clumpy. It's clumpy that you get a lot of volume, but it's like a thick, dry formula. It really sticks your lashes together. And I actually really liked it. And I've got to say, guys, I've been wearing it all day and it hasn't done the smudgy thing under my eyes. I really like it. And then the final thing in this video is obviously the Nimya Set It and Forget It setting spray. God, could I just sound any more British? Set It and Forget It setting spray. So it is pretty fine. It's nothing like the Fenty What It Do mist. It's not that kind of fine, but it's not like a in your face like some other setting mists. It's like a nice in between. But my God, this smells incredible. It smells like a Victoria's Secret body spray. Nikki, whatever this is, can you please release it as a perfume? Because I would buy it. It actually smells so nice. And then you take your fan. It's got 3 settings. And you fan your face before the rest of your makeup sort of goes funny. Love it. And it's a really good little fan. But the setting spray definitely leaves a sort of glowy finish to your skin. And again, it feels slightly sticky. And I have a feeling that this helped my makeup last because the tinted moisturiser lasted longer than I expected it to. So overall, I'm actually really impressed with Nimya. To me, these products feel high quality. Although I did just get setting spray all over my phone and now it's all sticky. So overall, I think my makeup turned out really nicely. And it lasted nicely throughout the day. Like, can you believe that as I'm filming this, it's pretty much 1 in the morning. I think everything lasted very well. Like, fair enough, yeah, I did touch up with some powder. but like the eyes and everything. I'm gonna go now to bed. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. If there's any other influencer collabs that you want me to test, let me know down below in the comments. Maybe influencers actually do know what they're talking about sometimes. Maybe, sometimes. Also as well, if you did want to get the Utan complete tan box, my discount code is just SOF30. Thank you Utan for being a sponsor. Woo! I hope you guys are doing well and I will see you in my next video. Bye!